Now, today is the 50th anniversary of the death of Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana's first president. Events are taking place around the world to honor his work and what he represents in history. Here in Ghana, the party he led, the CPP, has embarked on activities to remember the Osagyefo. But what about Nkrumah must Ghanaians be talking about today? Joining me in studio is the CPP General Secretary, Nana Jantwa, for this. Nana, good afternoon. Thanks for coming. Now, it's been 50 years. Why should we be remembering Dr. Kwame Nkrumah?
We should be remembering Dr. Kwame Nkrumah for his role in liberating this country from the claws of colonialism. He led a struggle to get Ghana free from the hands of the colonialists. You know, Ghana was under the rule of Britain at the time. And he was also very instrumental in liberating most of the countries on the African continent, Guinea, Mali, Ethiopia, all these countries. And he was the father of Pan-Africanism. His works to liberate the continent, people in the continent and those in the diaspora went far. He also was very instrumental at the start of it to make sure that apartheid was taken out. Ghana will also remember him for his industrialization drive and his developmental drive and his selflessness. Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was a very selfless human being. He left an indelible legacy of loving Ghana, making sure that Ghana would move on. We've seen a lot of the things, the landmark of some of the things that he did. You look at the motorway. After almost 60 years, the motorway is still as strong as it is.
Very, very strong.
All the industries that he put up, of course, as in time, most of these governments who were opposed to Kwame Nkrumah's industrialization drive and his bid to make Ghana what it is, sold most of these companies, privatized most of these companies, and most of them cannot be seen. Those who are around, the ones which are around, you can find them in bushes. I mean, all over the country. I remember we went to Kumasi to do his birthday, 72nd birthday of the party, and we went to the pencil factory. I mean, it was pathetic. It was a shadow of itself.
Of itself.
Yes. And to think that at the time, people who were employed were about 6,000 people, and they had forward and backward linkages of about 400 people. 400 people who were 400 people who were working in the factory, pencil factory. Now we import pencil from China. It is sad. And to
50 years ago, some of us were not born.
Yes.
What about him should we remember?
Nkrumah never dies. You are not born, but now you know him. The younger ones know him. It's possible I was also not born. But Nkrumah lives on. He lives on in the works that he did. He lives on in the industries that he put up. He lives on in the literature and the books that he wrote. He lives on in his words, and he lives on in the CPP. It is so sad that he died the way he died. God only knows what he was thinking as he was in Guinea in exile. Yeah. And he died a miserable death in Bucharest, Romania. And what we are going to do is to do a funeral for him.
Okay.
Yes.
We're going to do a funeral?
Yes, because Kwame Nkrumah wasn't sent away properly. Traditionally, when somebody dies, you do a funeral. His body was brought from Bucharest. He was exhumed from Guinea and brought in 1974 when a champon at the time buried him in his hometown in Krofo. So there was no proper funeral for him.
Okay.
We think that at this jubilee, it is time for his soul to rest.
So where are you going to do that, and how's the funeral going to be?
We are going to launch a funeral committee, and we are doing it in Ghana here, and we are going to involve everybody, and we are asking His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who is a comrade himself. He was a young pioneer, and during the coup, he ran from Legon to home to hide. He is look at the projects that he's doing. They are Nkrumah's projects. Okay. So we are going to call on him to help us. We are going to call on other international presidents like Jomo Kenyatta. Jomo Kenyatta's son, Uhuru Kenyatta, whose father was part of the Pan-Africanist movement.
But with all of this, would you say Ghana has immortalized Nkrumah enough, or the world has immortalized him enough?
The world has immortalized him because that is why they made him the man of the millennium. Nkrumah never dies, but we haven't. Please, you can go and look at the state of the mausoleum. It is a sorry state. A place like the mausoleum where Kwame Nkrumah lays, it is so lonely, so dirty. Even water is not running. A man like Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, an icon of industrialization, an icon of development, an icon of freedom. The man who stood and resisted the rule of the oppressor, so that today you and I are here today being educated, speaking English. You see, you have to go to South Africa to know what Nkrumah did for us.
I am grateful for coming.
I'm also grateful for giving us the opportunity.
Nana Ajantwa is the General Secretary of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's party, the CPP.